It's very kind of you, Joel. Joel says you don't have to read everything if it will help save your voice. Yeah, that's mostly for people who would watch the archived content later on. I think when you're watching a game like that, there's a bit of an expectation. I don't know, I could be wrong about that. But in Let's Plays, a little bit of an expectation that, you know, if there's not voice acting, that you read out loud. That also helps me to not fire through dialogue too fast, you know? I don't know. I don't really know. This is another grid-based, turn-based dungeon crawl. And, man, this one certainly has some deep systems. It's got an anime aesthetic I'm not a big fan of, but the systems I, in many ways, do really like. So the premise of this game is that you are a witch, and you animate and control these puppet soldiers that you send down into this system of labyrinths and caverns that would be toxic for humans to be in. So that's who this party is. Oops. Ugh. Dang it. Shortcuts, there we go. So I'm just kind of filling out the dungeon, similar to what I was doing with the, you know, the other games. Let's see here. Oh, dang it! Dang it! That's not what I meant! Oh, crap. Alright. Got some status ailments I want to see if I can take care of here. Yeah, okay, that's good. All right. Who's using lamps? Yep, that looks good. Joel Nelson asks, what is it you enjoy so much about grid-based dungeon crawls? It's a good question, Joel. I think I made a video about this that I'm sure I went into better detail than I will right now. And take a crack at this. There are different reasons that I think this applies to other people other than me, but I'll just speak of it for myself. Different reasons that I engage with games. Some games have graphical worlds, environments that I like to imagine myself in. You know, that's what a lot of game experiences are trying to give us. There are games that some people like to take on as kind of like physical challenges, reaction times, and there's that kind of aggression that they can let out onto a video game experience and kind of conquer something on that kind of physical level. That's not as much my thing, but that's totally an appealing point of lots of action games. And there are games, maybe like tactics games that are more about choices and systems and thinking, that appeal to that part of me that likes to think my way through problems. Not in an abstract puzzle way. I don't like abstract puzzles, but I think I have the type of temperament that maybe you didn't expect it to be on this deep of a level. That's where I'm going, I guess, at 11:20 p.m. I think in life I like to be in control. I like to try and be in control. It's an illusion, and it's an elusive and ultimately a vain goal to try and be in control of my life. And I like to try and plan for every contingency so that I can feel safe. And I think that there's something about games that have system in place that allow me to plan, to mitigate risk, to reduce the possible problems of risk and the random elements that I can't control. I can put things in place to protect me against those systems, or to overcome those systems. I can problem solve in that sense. Not in an abstract puzzle sense, but... And so I think like turn-based RPGs, whether it's going back to like Final Fantasy and Dragon Warrior, it's like it's a combination of not just thinking my way out of trouble, because a lot of those games you don't have to think very much. You just walk in circles and fight bad guys. And so it's a combination of that feeling of overcoming something through patience, and a combination of patience and thinking. Sometimes more patience than thinking, and sometimes more thinking than patience. But in turn-based RPGs, you can often choose between the two. You can either be patient and grind, which sometimes I'm just in the mood for that. I don't want to really burn my brain figuring out the best optimal strategy or whatever I got to do. So I'm content to grind and know that, I'm making progress. I am getting closer to being able to overcome here, and it's not stressful, and it doesn't require anything for me except for my time and my patience, Or if I want to really engage and take on a little bit more of a mental challenge, then I can say, I don't want to grind. I want to figure out how I can leverage what I have at my disposal right now to take on this challenge, And so I think it's maybe some combination of those things, and then stripping out and stripping out all the other things that aren't about that. So walking around towns and talking to people, figuring out who do I need to talk to next to advance this quest, imagining relationships with other characters. I like that in some other games. Obviously, I just played a game with a ton of dialogue and a ton of dialogue choices. But I'm not always in the mood for that. Sometimes I just want to take on that challenge of going deeper and taking on bigger monsters, and knowing that if I am some combination of patience or clever, that I can get through it. So I think it has something to do with that, and that feeling of getting stronger. I think that's always a part of it, which is part of the grinding experience. But always feeling like there's that power. The power fantasy is part of it too, because as you grind, as you're patient with your grinding, then you're gaining more abilities and stuff, and you're always feeling this sense of I'm getting stronger. There's always just that little bit of a power fantasy of getting stronger and stronger. So it has something to do with that. And yeah, sometimes I guess I just have a hunger to focus in on scratching those itches. I don't really care about, in that mode, any of the other stuff. And that's when I'm in that mode, having that particular appetite, that's when these games are awesome. Because they strip out all the stuff that just gets boring and in my way from experiencing these elements that I really want. So that's my best crack at it. All right. Mysterious feces, huh? Here we go. It's just loot, I guess. Okay. Okay. Oops. I think some of this filling out the map scratches my checkbox completionist itch, too. Excellent. Rugged Warrior said, I was playing a game called Solar Ash, and I was thinking Pater would hate this. I'm not sure if I've heard of that game or not, but I'm pretty particular, so odds are good that a given game I'll dislike. Where have I not been? Yeah, let's go check out that door over there. are these? And Amaru aims for someone's butt? What? Oh, that was weird. Okay. Oh, these guys I gotta take seriously. Joel Nelson says, do you have a higher preference for grid-based dungeon crawls, side-scrolling, or open-world dungeon crawls? I don't know that I've played what I would call an open-world dungeon crawl. So probably of all those, probably the grid-based dungeon crawls. If you mean compared to open world RPGs, I don't think I have a preference. It's what I'm in the mood for. It's what I've got to... I think I kind of go in bursts, you know, months at a time of being really into a certain type of game, maybe. Okay. I need to cure these status ailments, but I want the symbol to appear on the curative item so I can confirm that it's actually what's going to do the job. Joel Nelson says, not so much open world, but more of a top-down dungeon crawl. Yeah, like I suppose Diablo-style games are dungeon crawls, but they're more action RPG dungeon crawls. I've definitely become less interested in those over the years, if that's kind of what you mean. Welcome back, Natano. I'll call you for short. My Astros just won the World Series, and I just stood in line for the 3 hours to get the Locker Room World Champions shirts. Man, that is some kind of cool thing. I have no idea what you're talking about. But he says, hope things are going well. Thank you. They have been. As well as I think they can be. Crap. Oh boy. Wow. We are about 45 minutes past when I last had caffeine. And coming up on the 6-hour left mark. Stench vial. I don't think I'm gonna find what I want here. I think, let's see here. I think I can use flowers to get rid of her problem. Yeah, I guess we'll just do that. But, dang it. Is there some way I can find out what his status ailment is? That's the information I really need right now. Guess I'll just defend. I don't know. Oh, he's confused. Okay, that's what it is. Nathan Norman says, just checking in after feeding the baby. I'm praying you get a second wind, or third, fourth, fifth wind. Thanks. I'm feeling a little tired. It's mostly my voice that I'm trying to just use judiciously right now. So I've kind of moved away from games that are going to require me to do a good amount of reading. But thank you, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Ooh, some of these guys are getting low on health. Not cool. Alright, we're getting there. There we go. Okay. Having some good fun with this one, but I think I'm going to change it up again.
For more chat about geek entertainment, answers to your questions, and news from the wider world of Christian geekery, get the Christian Geek Central podcast today on iTunes and other podcast services.